All right, well, news just coming in that Rajesh Khanna has died. Now, the actor was very unwell and he'd made several trips to the hospital. But that is the news just coming in that Rajesh Khanna, the superstar of the yesteryears, is no more. In fact, family members had gathered at his home as well, and he'd made several trips to the hospital over the last couple of months. That is the news that we are just receiving. In fact, many family and friends have gathered at his Bandra house, and it's also been cordoned off by police officials. Vikram Thapa joins us on the phone line for more. Vikram, now we do know Rajesh Khanna was on ventilator. He was in a very critical health condition.
Yes, it has been the publicist for Rajesh Khanna has confirmed that we have lost him to cancer that he had been battling for a very long time now. In fact, he was in Lilavati yesterday, and the news that was coming out at that point of time was that Rajesh Khanna was suffering from low BP and a lot of weakness, and he had been got back home, and there was initially there was no confirmation on whether he was still keeping all right, or was it like in the case of Dara Singh, that the family had actually wanted him to be with his near and dear ones during his last moment. But there were some pictures that had been flashing on the internet about with Akshay Kumar and daughter Twinkle Khanna, who were there to get Rajesh Khanna back home. And by the look of it didn't look like that this was in fact inevitable. The sources are saying that Rajesh Khanna died about 50 minutes ago, which would be around 1 o'clock, and we are outside Rajesh Khanna's house on Carter Road, and the whole area has been cordoned off. Even the journalists have been refused access to the road, so we are basically on the Carter Road promenade. From here, as soon as possible, we'll be able to give you more shots on what is happening.
Right.
But people are the people are slowly trickling in, and arrangements are being made so that people can now come in and pay their last respect to Rajesh Khanna.
Right, Vikram, now of course Rajesh Khanna is someone who many call India's first ever superstar. The kind of fan following he used to have in his heyday is something everybody still talks about, and of course recently we saw him in an advertisement for fans where they refer to the kind of star power that he once had.
Oh well, personally I thought that the Havells fan ad was very not a great taste at all. But Rajesh Khanna clearly was the first superstar. But as is the norm in Bollywood, if you can't retain it the way Amitabh Bachchan has for the past so many years, people forget you, and you're as good as your last film. And that is something that has happened with Rajesh Khanna. That is something that has happened with Rajesh Khanna. And in fact, I was talking to a very close friend of his the other day, and she confirmed that in fact the Havells fan may not have gone down too well with his fans, but it had done really well for his confidence. In fact, he did want to be in front of the camera once again, and the Havells fan did really help him in that regard.
Right, Vikram, so his family, his daughters and son-in-law are there at the home?
Well, we can't really confirm at this point in time, but considering Akshay and Twinkle were there to take him to his house, we're thinking that would be the case. Also, the whole area has been cordoned off, so a lot of shots cannot be uplinked or shown because the police has actually cordoned off the whole of the Carter Road area. So as soon as the people start trickling in, we would know more on this issue.
Right, Vikram, now recently as well we saw Rajesh Khanna visit the hospital, and at that time there was a lot of speculation that he was extremely unwell, but then we saw him emerge waving to the fans, to the crowds, and it really seemed for a moment that perhaps that all would be well, but clearly he's succumbing to cancer today.
Yeah, well, yes, I mean, he had been battling with the disease for a very, very long time. And in fact, the media was there outside Bukharam, outside Lilavati, outside the hospital. Every time we went to the And people were in fact very happy to see him emerge and victorious and all healthy. I mean, that's what people thought. And Akshay Kumar, his son-in-law, has been by his side all this while. He's the one who has been taking a lot of care with Twinkle. In fact, Dimple Kapadia, his estranged wife, had actually moved back into his house to take care of him for the longest period of time. So the family had been, the family was united, and the family was actually near him during his last days. And as soon as the story started emerging that he had been battling cancer for the longest period of time, the whole Kumar family and of course the Khanna family and Dimple Kapadia and all the sisters, they all came together to be with Rajesh Khanna in his last time.
Right, Vikram, if we could just speak about Rajesh Khanna's. Right, well, Pooja Talwar also joining us on the phone line for more. Pooja, very sad news. Rajesh Khanna he has died at his residence. Now, we do know he was unwell for some time, and he is someone who's hailed as the first superstar, really, of Indian cinema.
Rightly so, Gargi. Indeed, a very, very sad day for Hindi cinema. And as we know, he was the first superstar. I mean, it's a little known fact amongst people that between 1969 to 1972, here was a man who had an unbeatable record of 15 consecutive hits, which is yet to be broken by the new superstars, as we say. He was the first superstar because after Aradhana, the sky was the limit for this man, and he ruled Bollywood from 1969 to 1975 as the undisputed male lead.
And he is someone who gave 15 consecutive solo hits, something unthinkable in this day and age of the kind of movies we're seeing. But he's someone who at that time delivered one hit after the other, 15 in all.
Totally, Gargi. I mean, it's something unimaginable these days in the so-called multiplex culture. And here was a man who gave one hit after the other. After Aradhana, it was, and also music was a very important part of Rajesh Khanna movies. So here you had the unbeatable team of Rajesh Khanna with Mumtaz, Sharmila Tagore, and then you had R.D. Burman and Kishore Kumar. It was just a collective team of these people who gave us some of our timeless gems.